Hello and welcome to day 2 of your 3-day challenge, Idiom Power Up for Non-Native Journalists. Elevate your English writing. So first, congrats on day 1, where I hope that you really feel now that you can notice, understand, and record idioms from journalistic articles. These are really important initial first step. In this video, we're going to check the homework from day 1. So if you haven't finished the homework yet, please stop this video and catch up, and then I'll see you back here. For those of you that have done the homework, let's go. So let's jump straight in. Okay, everyone. So we are in the first article, what TikTok does to your mental health, right? And let's just check if you managed to highlight the idioms. So there was in question 1, find the idiom in paragraph A that means significantly change or transform something. Okay, so you should have highlighted altered the face of. All right, and number 2, find in paragraph C the idiom that means be slower to progress or catch up with. So you should have highlighted lags behind. Okay, and let's go to the other article. All right, so in this one, this was the best path to peace is not talks with Putin, but helping Ukraine to win this war. This is an article from The Guardian. All right. So, question number 1, find the idiom in paragraph B that means likely result in, lead to, or cause. Paragraph B, you should have highlighted be a recipe for. Okay. And hopefully, you managed to do this by reading around, as we talked about, contextualizing, getting the meaning from the context. Okay. For number 2, find the idiom in paragraph C that means provide insight, understanding, or clarification about. For this one, you should have highlighted casts light on. Okay. And finally, number 3, find the idiom in paragraph D that means the majority or largest portion of. There you should have highlighted the lion's shares of. Okay. So you did this, right? You noticed the idioms, you read around to get the context, and therefore you were able to understand them. And then you went to your Excel sheet, okay, and he had to record them. Okay, so you should have recorded the link for the first article about TikTok, okay, and here you should have pasted the context. In the few years since its launch, TikTok has already, the idiom here, altered the face of. Notice also it's important to record first in the conjugated form, right? So this is the conjugated form is the present perfect, right? Has already altered the face of. And then you should put the base form, the infinitive, in brackets, alter the face of, okay? The social media landscape attracting more than 1 billion users and leading competitors to replicate some of its most unique features. And in brackets, you should have put the definition. Significantly change or transform something. So remember, you should have gone to one of the online dictionaries like Cambridge Dictionary or Macmillan or Word Reference to get a deeper understanding and come up with your definition. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So again, from the same article, you should have copied this sentence or something similar around the context. Research often lags behind, right? And then here again, this is in the present simple, but then put the infinitive in brackets, okay? Often lags behind industry, and this is an example of an instance where they could become a big problem. And in brackets, the definition. So something like this, be slower to progress or catch up with. Okay, this is in fact the definition that we used actually in the exercise, all right? You could use the same one, or you could use one from the dictionary, all right? Then the next article, so you should have copied or pasted more or less this. Opinion polling shows that they are prepared to pay a very high price, including further military and civilian casualties to regain their territory. So this would, gap, right, be a recipe, right? And then the whole idiom is be a recipe for, right? Not for peace, but for an even longer war. And definition, something like this, likely result in, lead to, or cause. Okay. And then the next one, you should have more or less copied this. A war with Russia can't end with unconditional surrender. Notice here that I used dots because it's not necessary, if it's a very long sentence, to use the whole sentence, right? You can just leave bits out to get enough context so that you understand. Can't end with unconditional surrender, as of Germany in May 1945. This situation, right, casts light on disturbing situation casts disturbing retrospective light on the question on what might have happened if Nazi Germany, rather than the US, had been first to successfully develop the atom bomb. Okay, and then in brackets, something like this: provide insight, understanding, or clarification about. And finally, this one, you should have more or less copied this part. In the early months of the war, the gap, right, lion's share is our idiom, of military support came from a handful of Western nations. And in brackets, something like this for the definition: the majority or largest portion of. That's it. So if you more or less did what you can see here, then great, well done, right? And yes, you've come a long way in the first day, right? As I say, you have noticed idioms, you understood them from the context, right? You have used a dictionary to deepen your understanding of them. You recorded them in context, right? You're building up your stock of idioms, right? And in the next video, we're going to write our own personal examples, right? And this is going to be really taking it a stage further. So you're getting closer to actually using idioms in your writing so that you can captivate your readers. Okay, so see you in the next video.